second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Back 20.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete here on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Bell. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Past the 20. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is knocked down from the side. A very solid gain of 27. Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Stays on his feet. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10 and...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 37 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 30 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And give him a gain of 37. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play clock winding down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now Shaw. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Ryan on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Como corner. Joe Hayden with it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Let's go. Two.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And I think the ball's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Schaub. He hits his target. It's the tight end Toilolo. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line. It is. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. 2
yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Again, it's Bell. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Roethlisberger, dancing to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On first down, Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 78 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And some room to work. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep down. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Well, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Play action. Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 62 yards. And the Falcons add on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will 3-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And some space here. Martavis Bryant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 58 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taylor Gabriel, 44 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Steps away. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He's going deep for Brown. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the...
Honorable C note.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't favor. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Steady like my persona. Going up. Remember them was honest. We used to drive them hardest. Then we pull up in the farthest. Go up. Hold up, go up, boys, don't touch, we flow up, yeah. I'm laughing to the bank, all new blue Benny Franks, pulled up on him in the tank, yeah. That guy just a rap guy, I'm so mad fly, he ain't. Let me back, I gave me until I was going on Miami, they all cornballs, they can't stand me, I finesse, all them, I hear